You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It is your girl, your diva, and knowledge, Lady Mocha, representing Mocha's Ladies Lounge. Want to say thank y'all, appreciate y'all for y'all patience. I know it's been a long time coming. Nevertheless, I also want to give a shout out to Detorion for the $10 cash app. I so appreciate it, sir, for always looking out, always, being loyal to my channel. I so appreciate you for that. And I appreciate all of you as well for still tuning in, still being subscribed. So nevertheless, y'all hit that like button before I get ready to go in, because you already know it's going to be good. Y'all already know I keep it popping over here. So nevertheless, let's get right into it, because I know it's been a while. So no further ado, want to talk about your boy Blueface. Now keep in mind, listen, I will be 45 come November 7th. God spare my life. These new age rappers, don't get me wrong. Every generation has had some type of, of ratchetness. You know what I mean? We had our 2 Live crew. We had our Foxy Browns. We had our Lil Kim, so... I can't totally shit on this generation with how they do their music. So nevertheless, it is a totally different element for me. So I don't know a whole lot about these trap rappers like Blueface, the Amigos, and Lil Yachty, and it's just so many of them, honey. So if I'm a little vague on some of my details, forgive me, because like I said, I don't keep up with these young people like that. So a lot of the information I got is from different resources, but I'm going to be trying as accurate as I can possibly be. So keep in mind, anything I say in this content is alleged and based off of my own opinion. Anything I discuss in this video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. All right, so want to talk about why broken women fall prey to the prize Pookie possession. So first off, a lot of y'all out here, most of my subscribers, you guys are, probably in your late 30s, probably early 30s, probably late 20s and early 30s and up. So a lot of y'all may not be familiar with Blueface, but Blueface is a rapper who became successful due to his unusual rap style. He was subsequently signed to Cash Money West after going viral. His most successful song to date, a remix of his song Tatiana, peaked at number 8 on the top 100 in 2019. Blueface's unusual rapping technique and distinctive voice have drawn comparisons to Sugar Free and E40 from California, as well as Silk the Shocker. So I guess his style is very similar to his for some of my classics in here, all my 30 and up, so his style is somewhere in that alignment. If y'all are familiar with Sugar Free, E40, and Silk the Shocker, Master P's brother. So getting into how Blueface, encountered both of these broken women who we're going to be discussing. Starting with Blueface first baby mama. She goes by the name of Jaden. Her name is Jaden Alexis. So before, a lot of people know Blueface for being with Krishan, because most of their toxicness has been commercialized more often than his and Jaden Alexis relationship. But predominantly, Blueface was with Jaden Alexis before, a lot of people got familiar with him being with Krishan Rock. So the couple met, Blueface and Alexis met in high school and have been in off and on relationship since 2018. She attended high school there before eventually moving to Las Vegas, Nevada. It was in Vegas where she met Blueface. They welcomed baby number one, son Javon, in 2019, followed by daughter Journey in 2020. Not only are Blueface and Jaden co-parents, but they also went into businesses together when he signed her to his record label MILF Music in June. So for everybody who thinks that, it was always just Blueface and Krishan, no, it was not. He's always been with Jaden before he got with Krishan since 2018. So just FYI for some of y'all who may not be familiar with that. Jaden Alexis is also best known not only as just his girlfriend or the mother of his child. Now she's going to be his fiance. He just proposed to her recently and got her signed to Columbia Records. So it's going to be interesting how this relationship pans out. It's like the hip hop sister wives edition, because he just recently had a child from Krishan, and the child's not even 1 year old yet, but he's already proposing to Jaden Alexis, his first baby mama. Interesting. But other than being known just as Blueface's baby mama, she's also an internet celebrity. She has over 1 million followers on Instagram, where she frequently posts videos and photos of herself. She is originally from Los Angeles, California, like I mentioned before. So let's do a timeline, because I had to break this down in the timeline, y'all, because this is too much going on. Like I said, I don't do these young hip-hop artists. I don't do these young couples. But in order for me to get down to the steak and the potatoes, I got to put this information out there so y'all are familiar with the foundation of how all this toxicity and ratchet foundation created all of the information I'm getting ready to share with y'all. So how did Blueface and Krishan rock meet? Okay, the genesis of Blueface and Krishan's relationship can be traced back to 2020, when she was introduced as a competitor on his OnlyFans reality show, Blue Girls Club. In the series, a group of women were invited to live in Blueface's home for a month in an attempt to compete for his affection. Krishan, who was a track and field star from Baltimore, Maryland, with 11 siblings, a then incarcerated father, a drug-addicted mother, per an interview with Fox Baltimore, stood out immediately to viewers for her no-nonsense attitude and apparent love for Blueface. So this is apparent that y'all remember this information, because it's all going to make sense as to how these broken women have fallen prey to the prized Pookie possession, which would be Blueface in this matter. So back to the story at hand. She even got into a physical altercation with Jaden Alexis, Blueface's baby mama, where her tooth was knocked out. Blueface was impressed by Krishan and decided to select her as a winner and sign her to his record label, Blueface LLC, at the time. Shortly after that, Krishan released a song with Blueface called Lonely that drove plenty of attention on her music career and social media handles, which exploded with a large amount of new followers. While this was happening, Blueface and Krishan's love grew deeper and more profound, with the latter, or should I say toxic love, grew more deeper and defined, with the latter opting to tattoo homages to Blueface on her 7 times. So Krishan has 7 tattoos of Blueface, okay, literally on her body. So she even got while this was happening, Blueface and Krishan's love grew more profound. Like I stated, TMZ reported that Krishan was arrested in August 2022 for criminal trespassing in Phoenix, Arizona. Initial rumors were that the two got into a fight, but Blueface denied the accusation. Further, Blueface then got into a physical altercation with Krishan's father in September 2022 after the latter punched him, causing the rapper to retaliate with his own blows. Then Blueface was arrested in Las Vegas, October 2022, for felony attempted murder with the use of a deadly firearm or tear gas. Also, in October 2022, Krishan made claims that Blueface struck her, per TMZ. People call me. Struck her, per TMZ. This is according to TMZ article. She later retracted her statement and stated that she was on a bad trip and Blueface actually rescued her at the time. So she changed her story. No, he didn't strike me. I was just going through a moment. Another instance of Blueface and Krishan getting into it came by the way of January 2023 episode of Crazy in Love. While the couple stars in it, Krishan can be seen mending a head injury after allegedly striking Blueface with a Hennessy bottle. The episode appeared to have been filmed sometime earlier, and by the looks of Blueface's January 9th, 2023 Twitter post, I love when I spot a mother effer who said me and Rock doing a show was a bad idea, but they watching the show full circle. As well as images on social media at the time, it seemed though Blue and Krishan was still going strong, but by the summer they were said to be broken up, and Krishan's pregnancy with Blueface's baby. Now I remember when Krishan was pregnant, she was gloating. She was very excited to be, pregnant with Blueface's child. And I just kind of remember, her acting as if it was a badge of honor, like it was just something to be proud of. And from day one, she made it be very clear that, she was so happy to be carrying this baby, because she was already somewhat threatened in a sense with his first baby mama, Jaden Alexis, who already had 2 children. So I'm sure Krishan, like a lot of young broken women in this type of situation, feels like, as long as this man I love has kids with his first baby mama, there's going to always be that attachment that I will never be able to break. So in many instances, you have women like this with this type of mindset who feel like, well, if I get pregnant and I have his baby, I'll also have something significant from him too. So that way I won't feel as insignificant, being that the first baby mama has children and I don't. So you can pretty much tell that Krishan was relishing in becoming another baby mama, and I already knew right from that moment this was going to be a recipe for disaster. Nevertheless, God blessed her with this bundle of joy, and it's just been hell ever since. But back to the story. Fast forward to September 23, Krishan welcomed their baby boy, Krishan Jesus Malone. Amid some public battles in the aftermath, Blueface threatening to file for custody of the baby, and Blueface alleging that something was going on between Krishan and rapper Lil Joy. Blueface ended up signing Krishan to his new label, MILF Music, and the couple has seemed to be on good terms again. But of course, they broke up again after that. And I mentioned earlier, he just recently proposed to his first baby mama, Jaden Alexis. He brought her a huge engagement ring. So, y'all get my drift, okay? Basically, Blueface was one of these, young men who came from nothing and lucked up into stardom overnight. And being that, he has not had the best of an upbringing. Anybody who's familiar with Blueface's mother, he does not have a good relationship with his mom. He disrespects his mother. His mother is disrespectful. So just knowing off the muscle of the fact that Blueface has a toxic relationship with his mom, even Krishan had a physical altercation with his mother. It just goes to show you that, unfortunately, a lot of these young women do not understand that the way a man connects with his mother is a big indication of how he's going to connect with you, how he's going to treat you. And you have to really take heed to that. You have to monitor how how a man connects with his mother. His disrespect for his mom, he cuts his mother out, call his mom hoes, and done put out the house. And it's been a very toxic journey with Blueface and his mother. She has aired all of her son's dirty laundry. I don't know what real mother would do that. She has bashed and trashed both of the mother of his children. They also have disrespected her. So I'm like, okay, who's going to be the grown up? Who is the adult in this situation? Obviously, there's no adults. You got a bunch of overgrown children who don't know how to communicate, who don't know how, who all need anger management, to be honest with you. All of them need to take my anger management. By the way, I am a certified anger management CAMS, certified anger management specialist. So for those of y'all who need it, inbox me. Listen, we all need help. We all need growth in some areas in our life where we're struggling. But this family is so far gone, I don't even think my certification in anger management would even be able to help them. So, you have Krishan and you have Jada Alexis. Both of these women have been disrespected to the ultimate most by Blueface. Keep in mind, Blueface is 26 years old. He's still young. He's still a young man. So unfortunately, he's still childish. You know, but you can't look at somebody's age and figure that they should know better, because somebody's age doesn't automatically dictate or define their maturity. Now, Jada Alexis is 24. She's young as well. So this is what makes the situation even more difficult, because you have a lot of childish grown folks, and Krishan's 23. Nevertheless, Blueface is older than both of these young women, which is how he has a lot more influence and being able to manipulate them and being able to run game on them. And one thing about Blueface, a lot of people drag Blueface. A lot of people, especially women, a lot of women are not the best of fans of Blueface because of them experiencing and seeing how he has treated both of the mother of his children. But if you really kind of pay attention and observe, Blueface is very strategic when it comes to getting women to do what he wants them to do. He knows how to pillow talk. He knows how to stroke a woman's ego, make her feel like she's valuable. And this is the thing about Blueface. He knows how to build up a woman just to bring her right back down. And I cannot totally blame Blueface for this, because the proof is in the pudding. You look at a person's upbringing, no different than a man. Man can't get mad if he wants to wife a woman knowing she comes from a toxic household, a toxic mother, toxic parents, and he thinks he's going to make her wife material. Even Ray Charles can see there's no woman who's ever going to be able to make Blueface this stand-up man, make him husband material. Is just not there. Blueface does just enough to make a woman believe she's getting somewhere with him, and as soon as she feels like she's accomplished him, she has succeeded in conquering him, he pulls a rug from up under her foot as soon as she pisses him off or she doesn't give in to what he wants. He takes her right back to zero. So Blueface is the prized Pookie possession. And the reason I call him the prized Pookie possession is because most broken women who are attracted to men like Blueface, they are broken. Okay? Not only that, the biggest issue is Blueface has money. Now, I don't know how his money situation is going to work out, y'all, because the judge just court ordered him to pay $13 million for causing a club in which he had got into an altercation and pulled out a gun on another individual. That club has lost a lot of money, and that club was awarded, per the judge, $13 million from Blueface, causing that club to lose a lot of his revenue since that incident with him. And the court granted it. He has to pay $13 million. I don't know him to be worth than that. I'm gonna look up his worth, but I don't really care for looking up these artists when it comes to how much they're worth, because even Lil Wayne said it. Lil Wayne said, just because these individuals consider your worth, that don't mean you're getting what you worth. You know what I mean? Just because they, in other words, just because they say you're worth 30 million, that don't mean that's actually what you're getting. Okay? No different than, you know, you may get an expensive car that may be worth 30,000-40,000, but as the value depreciate, it is no longer worth what it was originally when the car was first purchased. So basically, he's ordered to pay 13 million. Blueface ain't even worth 13 million, and it's saying he's worth 4 million, which means technically he's probably getting less than that. Okay, but he has to pay it. So I don't know why that. I don't know why that's why now he's trying to sign all of these artists. I don't know what he's trying to do, but Blueface has his work cut out, and any woman who deals with him is gonna have her work cut out as well. But what the biggest issue I would say, why a lot of these broken women fall prey to the Pookie prize possession, is because they are focused on his lifestyle. They're so infatuated with his lifestyle. A lot of women don't understand how money works. Just because a man looks rich, it does not mean he's rich. Just because a man drives nice cars and he lives in big mansions, and you know he can take you to these fine dine 5-star restaurants, it does not mean he's, you know, financially well off like you think. There's some people who are how can I say it? You have some people who are wealthy, and you got some people who are just rich. It makes a difference to me. Wealthy people means, you know, if push comes to shove, they can stop what they're doing today and still be able to take care of themselves for the rest of their lives. They have invested, they own properties, they own a lot of assets. They are well off. They so well off to where if they were to pass away today, their family will be well taken care of for the rest of their life, and so will their grandchildren. Rich people, on the other hand, just have a lot of money. They like to spend, they like to splurge, you know, they like to flex, get all these expensive cars, get these big old homes, but meanwhile, they're not investing into anything. And the problem with broken women, they don't understand there's a difference between a wealthy man and a rich man. You know, and I think the biggest thing when it comes to Blueface, because the majority of these young women who are jocking him, who are basically drooling all over him, they really don't understand how money works. You know, so in their minds, even if Blueface was worth $500,000, that's a lot of money to them. Especially if he's meeting women that come from poverty, women who come from the struggle. Like I said with Krishan, her father, she comes from a dysfunctional family, from a dysfunctional family. And she even said in an interview, you know, about her father being on drugs, you know, about the dysfunction between her and her mother. Her father was, incarcerated, and the mother was drug addicted. So these are the kind of women who fall prey to rich men, not men that are wealthy, but men that are rich. He can look like he got a lot. And I think that's the problem with a lot of these young broken women today. They're so infatuated with these rappers, with these men, with these drug dealers, you know, men who seem to have a lot of money. But just because a man has a lot of money, it does not mean he's financially well established. If he's not stacking that bread, if he does not own anything, he does not own a home, he does not own any assets, all he owns is cars with nice rims, designer clothes, a closet full of Michael Jordan tennis shoes, then you don't have a wealthy man. You just have a rich man, and we all know rich can always end up in poor. You know, you get rich, I don't care how rich you are, if you're not properly managing your money and properly investing your money, you can very well end up broke. That's the difference between somebody that's just rich and somebody who's wealthy, who's actually investing their money. From my understanding, I don't know what all Blueface has invested in other than the record label. I don't know how far he's getting with that, but I don't think Blueface is really being wise with how he's running his money. You know, I don't think he's investing it into things that are going to be beneficial in the long run. So you got both of these women. You got Jaden and you have Krishan, who have both been neck to neck with each other. Jaden has came home, caught Blueface booty butt naked in bed with Krishan. Krishan has caught Blueface be booed up with Jaden. He has played both of these women tremendously. And when it gets to a point to where a man has that much control over two different women, and both are willing to tolerate any level of disrespect just so they can enjoy the luxury of his lifestyle, it just goes to show you this is a prime example as to why a lot of men, black men, do not have a lot of respect for women. They just don't, especially the ones who are in the industry, because they know they can pretty much get away with murder. Because you have a lot of broken women, they will deal with it just so they can have access to that lifestyle. You know, as far as they're concerned, Blueface has money. I'm sure if he was broke in a struggle, if he was a greeter at Walmart, I doubt very seriously they would tolerate as much as they tolerating off of Blueface. But because of Blueface's popularity and the fact that he's getting some type of money for who he is, that is what's keeping these women holding on to them. They don't want to lose the Bentley, the VIP, you know, the access to the VIP, the flying in the jet planes. They don't want to lose the luxury. They're willing to tolerate the disrespect just so they can have access to the luxury. And what has happened is they have made Blueface think that he's the prized possession, when really he's the prized Pookie possession. This is basically what happens when you make the prize Pookie possession a prize. This is what happens. They start to think that they are God's gift to women, and it's a lot of these women, it's their fault. It's their fault. They create these monsters. It's Krishan and Jaden. They created him. Well, I'm gonna say first his mother started creating him to be the Pookie. Then they enhanced it. Jaden and Krishan enhanced Pookie behavior. This is what happens when you make a man believe that he is a prize. You know, and what tends to happen is when you put the Pookie on the pedestal, he starts to think that he can handle women like they are objects and handle women like they are toys. And that is exactly what Blueface is doing. When he gets tired of playing with one, he'll discard it and put it back in the toy box. Then when he wants to play again, he'll take it back out the toy box. You have to realize some men, not all, some men don't understand the value of women. Some men don't appreciate women. They don't know that we are a gift from God to them. Well, those of us who carry ourselves as queens anyway. I can't speak for the Tatianas, you know, and the Peaches and Nays, but what I'm saying is you just have some men, they just don't value women. You know, like I said, Blueface don't even value his own mother. And that's his mother's fault. She has not given him a good example of what he should be looking for in a woman. Seeing the way his mother is, seeing the way that his mother is toxic and messy, it lets me know that he has normalized dealing with women that are toxic and messy, and therefore toxic and messy women are drawn to toxic and messy men. And what happens? Then they end up creating toxic and messy children. So you got both of these women, both of them have children from Blueface. Blueface has threatened to take Krishan's child, where their child from Krishan, multiple times on social media. It's like he gets off on tormenting Krishan. He gets off on dragging her. But ironically, you know, with Jaden, he's up here trying to marry. He brought her an engagement ring, acting like he wants to be married to her. And this is how I feel. It does not matter which one of these women he supposedly decides he wants to wife up. Blueface is not going to change who he is. And any woman who deals with that is going to have to understand that. It does not matter if Blueface buys any of these women an engagement ring, if he buys any of them, you know, a car, a home. Blueface is still going to be Blueface. He's still going to be an asshole. Period, bottom line. The young man, he's what, 26? And it seems like to me, his fame has really, inflated his ego. And in fact, all of these women that keep coming for him, that are attracted to him, he really doesn't feel he has to humble himself to treat a woman with kindness and respect. He really thinks that he is the prize, but he's a Pookie prize. Listen, just because a man has money, it does not mean he's not Pookie material. Okay? No different than just because a woman has a lot of money, it doesn't make her less of a hoe. If she's been with multiple men, if she's made herself a pump and dump candidate, then in actuality, what would make her a prize? She's still a hoe. She's just a hoe with money. And this is the problem. You have a lot of these dudes who think because they got all this money, they don't have Pookie tendencies. Yes, you have Pookie tendencies because of your mindset, your lack of maturity, your lack of wisdom and knowledge and understanding, that playing all of these different women, having children from all of these different women, in the long run, not only is it going to cost you money, dealing with courts and child support and lawyers, it's going to cost you a peace of mind. All the headaches you're going to have to go through with these women. Because, women can be very vindictive. Krishan has already, made it clear how, she was not going to let, Blueface, she said that originally, not let him really be a part of his son's life, even though she went back on her word. But this is just the point of the matter. When you make these broken women the mother of your child, and then they get mad with you, they can't have their way with you. These are the same women who want to threaten that you can't see your child no more, but they don't mind going to child support, asking for an increase in payments. This is what happens when you have all these broken individuals who come together and they create broken children. So this is my overall intake on why broken women fall prey to the prize Pookie possession. It's all about getting the one up. It's all about I'm going to conquer him by any means necessary. If it means getting pregnant from him, if it means, taking all of his BS just so I can be the last woman standing. And in actuality, you're not the last woman standing, you're the last fool standing. Because no matter how much you stand by him, once a person has gotten programmed to disrespecting you, they're going to continue to keep doing that. And it's going to come a point when you don't care how many cars they buy you, how many product bags, how much money they spend on you, what value in it, where's the value in it if you got to take so much disrespect to get it, if you got to keep getting cheated on, lied to, the whole world looking at you as a fool every time paparazzi catches this man out whining and dining somebody else. But yet you got the Bentley, you got the Porsche, but most importantly, you don't have the man. You don't have his self-respect. And that's the thing about it. Are you willing to compromise your integrity just so you can have that spot as Blueface's baby mama or Blueface's fiance? Either way it goes, I don't see neither one of these women getting anything good out of this, anything good from Blueface. But I will say this, I cannot 100% blame Blueface. These women are not victims. They are volunteers. This is what they signed up for. This is the type of man they chose to be with and have children from. If you have a daughter or if you have a son and you see them getting themselves in situations with these Pookie and Ray Rays and Peaches and Nays, if you can, if it's not too late, you need to school them and let them know what they're signing up for, because I'm letting you know it's going to be a lifetime punishment. You have a lot of men right now, they have children who they love, and they don't want to deal with their children due to the fact that they hate the mother who they had the children from. Same thing, you got women who hate the father of their children that they chose, and because they're angry that that is the man that they chose, they don't want that man. They'll block that man from having nothing to do with the child. But keep in mind, that is who you chose. You made that decision to allow this man to raw dog you. You allowed the decision to let this female lie to you, manipulate you, and say, I'm on birth control, I can't get pregnant. So you took her word and you didn't protect yourself. So it is what it is. But anyway, y'all get my drift. I can't, this couple here, I don't even speak on them that much, and I'm already exhausted just on the little bit that I have had to read and research. They are a lot I don't think it's going to get any better. I think as they get older, it's going to get worse. I don't think nobody's going to mature. I don't think nobody's going to grow up. If anything, especially not Blueface, I'll see Jaden and Krishan. I'll see them getting the picture before he does. But even still, it's going to take them a long time by the time they really get together. But anyway, y'all leave y'all comment below. Let me know what y'all think about this. Why broke women fall prey to the prize Pookie possession. Leave your comment below. I will be reading them. Before you leave, hit that like button. I do have more content coming up today, so please make sure you subscribe if you didn't already. Hit that notification bell so when I got some new content, some new recipes coming up, you will not miss out. Y'all be blessed. Take care. Happy Thursday.